I've been sharing the principles of biblical health for over a quarter century, and it always boils down to three principles. The first one, eat what God created for food. And I'm going to focus on this. In fact, I'm going to tell you why it's so important, because man-made, laboratory-made food, what we now call ultra-processed food, is absolutely dangerous to your body. Now, I want to say this, because not everyone is a genius in label reading and you kind of need a PhD, I want to give you some of the most offensive, quote unquote, foods by man. I'm going to start by saying the meats that are in the pork and shellfish realm, while not created by man in general, because God created pigs and God created mussels and God created lobster, but the idea of eating those was man's idea. God says in Leviticus 11, Deuteronomy 14, you are a chosen people set apart for my good works. Here's what you should eat and here's what you should avoid in the meat category. Avoid that. Artificial sweeteners, which we talk about extensively. We're talking about sucralose. We're talking about aspartame. We're talking about saccharin and acesulfame potassium, or acesulfame K. All made in a laboratory, made by man, can be addictive, don't help you lose weight, generally bad in all facets. Avoid them. But there's some other sweeteners that I would say are made by man as well. And this is an area that's really important to understand. Some of these sugar alcohols, like xylitol, which by the way is okay if you're going to consume a gum or a mint, maltitol, sorbitol. I think the jury's out on allulose. I know a lot of health experts are talking about it. I still believe it is highly, highly processed and made by man. And while we're at it, you know what else is highly processed? Sugar. Cane sugar, beet sugar, and the like is about 99.9% processed. We also look at processed seed oils. And I say processed, but frankly, any oil from a seed has to go a long way from where the seed resides in nature to being able to consume it. In fact, the processes by which soy, canola, cottonseed, sunflower, and safflower oil are produced is more like a Frankensteinian laboratory experiment than food. And to get it to be that golden color is an absolute chore and involves heat, pressure, solvents, loads of chemicals, deodorization, degumming, and more. Avoid them like the plague. Frankly, if you want an oil, here's a great food oil, olive oil. They pile up olives. They put, in the old days, kind of a millstone on top, and the gravity of those olives on top of each other creates what we call extra virgin olive oil. Consumed for thousands of years, doesn't require modern tech. That is something that God created for food, whereas these seed oils are certainly man-created. By the way, when you look at products for consumption or on your skin or on your body, look for chemical preservatives that have names that are unpronounceable and words that are a combination of letters and numbers. Avoid those like the plague. Frankly, only put on your skin or your hair what you're willing to eat. And in the old days, people used food like olive oil, coconut oil, even egg yolks for their face and for their hair, and more. Man-created food is going to harm you in the long run. It's going to age you faster. It's going to cause metabolic dysfunction. It's going to cause disease. And even taking a God-created food like beef, raising it wrong, processing it, and making it into something that doesn't resemble its original source, I would consider man-made. So some of those highly processed deli meats that don't spoil over the course of a year or more, avoid it like the plague. Remember, God created your body. God created foods for us to eat and enjoy. And if we consume man-made or laboratory-made or scientifically produced foods, we're going to suffer in the long run. make sure to avoid man-made food.